Yep.
Count me in, dude.
1, 2, 3, go!
Hey, this is Jaya, your maternity community champion from Venture Community Centre. And here with me today is Phoenix, my 4-year-old son. And we have brought to you Storytelling with Jaya. Let's sing the hello song. Count us in again.
1, 2, 3, go!
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Phoenix.
Hello, everyone. It's time to say hello.
Phoenix.
Hello, Jaya. Hello, Phoenix.
No,
Hello.
you,
I'm
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
I'm Jaya.
No, you, Phoenix.
Anyway, that's the hello song over and done with. What do you think of our hats? See, we've got this matching thing going on. Have you seen Phoenix's hat? Phoenix is a mini community champion now. I enrolled him. I am onboarded Phoenix to the community champions project. Okay, hey guys, look, we've got Little Miss Scatterbrain. That's the story we're going to read to you today. Ow. What are you trying to do? Ow. Okay, right, ready?
Oh, you're not putting it on.
Well, you took it off my head, didn't you?
Sorry.
Careful. We'll try.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Can we read the story now? Sorry about that, guys. All right, so Little Miss Scatterbrain. Do you remember these old school books? Parents, these may ring a bell. Old school books. Okay, so Little Miss Scatterbrain was just a little bit forgetful. You can say that again. Little Miss Scatterbrain was just a little bit forgetful. She met Mr. Funny. Hello, Miss Scatterbrain, he said. Hello, Mr. Bump, she replied. She met Mr. Tickle. Hello, Miss Scatterbrain, he said. Hello, Mr. Strong, she replied. She met Mr. Happy. Where are you off to, he asked her. She thought and thought. I bet you've forgotten, haven't you? Laughed Mr. Happy. Little Miss Scatterbrain looked at him. Forgotten what? She said. Miss Scatterbrain lived in the middle of the woods, in Buttercup Cottage. How cute! Everybody knew it was called Buttercup Cottage, except the owner. She kept forgetting. I know, she thought to herself, to help me remember, I'll put a sign up. Good idea. Look what the sign says. She isn't called Little Miss Scatterbrain for nothing, is she? Guess what the sign says, guys? It says Daisy Cottage. One winter's morning, she got up and went downstairs to make breakfast. She took some cornflakes out of the packet, but being such a scatterbrain, she forgot to put a bowl underneath. Now, where did I put the milk, she asked herself. It took her 10 minutes to find it. In the oven. After breakfast, she set off to town, shopping. She went to the bank first. Good morning, Miss Scatterbrain, smiled the bank manager. What can I do for you? Little Miss Scatterbrain looked at him. I'd like some money, suggested the bank manager. Sausages, replied Miss Scatterbrain. Sausages? Exclaimed the manager. But this isn't the butcher's, it's the bank. Oh, silly me, laughed Little Miss Scatterbrain. Of course it is. I was forgetting. She smiled. I sometimes do, you know. Really, said the bank manager. I'd like to, please, she said. Pounds? Asked the manager. Pounds, agreed Little Miss Scatterbrain. The bank manager passed £2 notes over the counter. Little Miss Scatterbrain looked at them. What are these? She said. £2, he replied. £2, she said. They don't look much like £2 of sausages to me. Eventually, the bank manager managed to explain, and off went Little Miss Scatterbrain to the butcher. Phew, remarked the bank manager. Little Miss Scatterbrain walked into the butcher's shop. Good morning, said Percy Pork the butcher. Good morning, Mr. Beef, she replied. Pork, said the butcher. No, she said. Sausages. But my name isn't Sausages, he said. Of course it isn't, she replied. That's what I'm here for. Oh, said Percy, scratching his head. What sort? What do you suggest? She asked. Beef, he asked. Beef? He asked. I thought you said your name was Pork, she said. Percy Pork sighed a deep sigh. Call me Percy, he said. Eventually, after a little more confusion, little Miss Scatterbrain managed to buy her 2 pounds of beef sausages. Percy Pork wrapped them up for her. Looks like snow, he said conversationally, looking out of his shop window. Really? Said Mrs. Scatterbrain, looking at the brown paper parcel. What a funny man, she thought to herself. Looks like snow indeed. Looks more like wrapped up sausage to me. Goodbye, said Percy Pork. Good night, she replied, and went out to catch a bus home. Little Miss Scatterbrain stood behind Mr. Silly in the queue at the bus stop. Along came Mr. Nosey. He stood behind her in the queue. She looked up at the sky. Looks like snow, he remarked. Little Miss Scatterbrain looked at the brown paper parcel in her hand and said nothing. How confusing her buddies and passers-by must have been. That's so confusing. These books are awesome. All right, guys, we're going to have to go. Okay, we'll do that one after. Right, we're going to go now. We hope you enjoyed Little Miss Scatterbrain by Roger Hargreaves. These books are awesome. Takes you back to old times, no? Our children won't have an idea of how popular these books are. I'm glad Phoenix enjoys them. Anyway, we're going to do that one after. Let's sing the goodbye song. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. It's out. You're hurting me. It's time to say goodbye. Ciao.
You'll see